Hi YouTube!
Hi YouTube!
Kara's here!
Today we are going to do the roommate tag. Even though Jill and I don't currently live together, Jill actually never plans to live with me again, so that's good. But we were roommates at one point in college. We shared the same room, and then for the next 2 years we lived in the same suite, which is similar to being... Yeah, it's like being roommates.
Right.
Question 1. How did you first meet, and what were your first impressions of each other?
We first met freshman year at BU. Arielle came and stood in my room's doorway, really awkwardly. She had a broken finger.
And a broken middle finger.
Yeah. And she just kind of stood there while like a bunch of us were like hanging out and like talking, and she was just like standing along, like literally against the door, like not even fully in my room.
My first impression of Jill when I was standing in her doorway that fateful day. Well, Jill is from Woburn, so I judged her pretty hard, and I was like, she must be
tough.
Like, she's probably like really tough and not so friendly and probably parties hard and whatever. And that is completely the opposite of Jill. Who spends the most time getting ready in the mornings? Are you joking? It takes me 5 seconds to get ready.
It takes me, we are very low maintenance.
Yeah, we don't really...
You wake up, you take forever to wake up, that's the trick.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I jump out of bed faster.
I don't like the mornings. Jill likes the mornings-ish. No, you do like the mornings. You do yoga at like 8 in the morning.
8:30.
I would die. Like, I would...
And I used to dance. I didn't dance though until my first class was until like, the earliest was 9:30.
I did ice skating pretty early too, at 11. How do you avoid tension while living together, / do you have any rules? We're both pretty passive-aggressive people, so like if there's tension, like
we just ignore each other.
Yeah, we're not gonna say anything to the other, and we'll just get more and more angry, and then eventually we're over it. We don't really fight. Jill and I we'll get into like little fights. They're not really fights, but if I'm not happy with like something Jill says, I just hit her like immediately.
Or splash me.
Or I splash you. We had to postpone the filming of this video because I splashed Jill's shirt, and so she had to use mine to dry herself off, and then we had to put the shirts in the dryer. Rules? We were supposed to clean our apartment once a week, every week. That was our roommate Kara's rule, and that didn't happen.
Kara, how'd that go?
Not great. Kara's the only one brave enough to make rules.
We had a rule that you had to wear pants outside of the apartment.
That was a rule.
That was rule number 1.
If you're leaving the apartment, you must wear
pants.
Or a skirt, some form of a bottom.
Yeah, I think that was really the big one.
That was our biggest
rule.
We had the no food in the sink rule.
That one got broken all the time.
That was it. I think we really had those 2 rules.
Yeah. What's your nationality, Jill?
I am English, Scottish, French Canadian, French, Russian, Polish, and a little bit of Native American.
And you're from the Mayflower.
Yeah, English. They came from England, Arielle.
Jill's family came from the Mayflower.
Mayflower's not a nationality, Arielle.
But fun fact, Jill comes from the Mayflower. My nationality is I'm Jewish, so we don't really... My family we were poor Jews, so we lived in the shtetl back in Europe, so it's Russian, Polish. We actually know, the one country that we actually know we're from is Lithuania.
Really?
Yeah, we're pretty sure.
Is this like the Sawyer Hartman on Kenyan thing, or is this legit?
No, this is legit. My family actually does come from, my dad's family comes from Lithuania. My mom, if we asked my Auntie Claire, who knows our family history, she just says the shtetl. So we assume that's Russia and Poland. Do you use your roommate's things without asking?
She stole a shirt for a year.
That wasn't using without asking, that was taking into my own possession permanently.
I took it back.
Yeah, you snuck into my room and stole it from me.
It was mine!
But I liked it better.
I don't think I've ever worn it.
Actually, I used to use like your, because you had your stuff all organized and I couldn't ever find any of my stuff, so I used to go into your room if I needed like nail polish.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a thermometer, or like...
I had a thermometer?
Yep. Nail clippers, you had cold medicine.
I did?
Yeah, so I used it, so I don't know.
So I didn't, but you did.
I did. What happens when one person is sick? Jill, you can go first.
We shipped you home.
That was only when I had swine flu. What do you do when my stomach is bad? Jill does nothing. She doesn't comfort me. She doesn't get me medication. Jill just like books it out of there. She's like, oh, that sucks. You don't feel well? Peace out. So Jill doesn't get sick a lot, but when Jill does get sick, she does
Oh,
this thing. Jill,
the end of the world.
Jill is scared of blowing her nose or so, I don't know what it is. So she just sits there the entire time.
No, I'm embarrassed to do it in front of people.
It's the most annoying thing in the world. Jill lies there and she just goes.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about getting a pet?
Several.
Yeah, we thought about getting many pets. Unfortunately, we lived in a college dorm, so we weren't allowed to have pets. We thought about getting a fish, but I hate fish because I always kill them.
Yeah, we thought about a puppy.
We thought about a puppy.
We also thought about adoption. Adopting a child.
Oh yeah, we thought about adopting a child. There was a preschool across the street.
They were so cute. Kara worked there.
Yeah. What's the one thing you know your roommate will be doing when you come home?
You would be lying upside down with your computer.
Yeah, likely.
Like, literally inverted.
I don't like to sit in standard positions because they get really boring, so, like, I'll sit, like, upside down. Like, my back is on the floor and my feet are in the chair. Okay, when Jill gets home, or no, when I get home.
When you get home, what am I doing?
Jill would be in her bed with the blanket on her feet, with her computer in her lap, like a normal person, in her bed, either watching YouTube videos or Honor Society videos. We're not really interesting people.
We're not. That's why we don't daily vlog.
Worst argument you've ever had? Jill acts like she's not angry about this, but there was this one time, I think it was like senior year or something, Jill was taking all of the toilet paper out of the plastic wrap and just stacking it on the shelves. And I was like, Jill, what the hell are you doing? Like, this is gonna get dust all over it, this is gross. And she was
My family just leaves it on top of, like, the counter, so it's not a big deal.
And Jill was like, no, it would
I didn't realize it was.
She was like, no, it would get more dusty in the plastic wrap. And I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And we went, like, grocery shopping, like, immediately after that. So the entire grocery shopping trip, I was just, like, pointing out things that were covered in plastic wrap. And I was like, Jill, hey, Jill, would that get more dusty if you just left it there?
I need to interject again because I witnessed 100% of this argument. I was there when Arielle told Jillian that things should be plastic wrapped. I'll admit I was on Arielle's side of the argument that things should be plastic. However, I then went grocery shopping with both of them and watched Arielle point out everything wrapped in plastic and called Jillian stupid. And that was just like a line crossed.
It was so
That's
funny.
right. That's right, Arielle.
By the end of the night, everyone was over it.
But at the time, I think we were both pretty pissed at each other.
No, I wasn't pissed at you. I just thought it was funny. And then
that was the problem, was that she thought it was funny and she had her feelings hurt.
So we got back to the apartment and we were trying to put away our groceries, and Jill went straight to her room
and
shut
called her
the door
mom
and called her mom. And I have no idea what she said to her mom, but it was
probably not
like
nice things.
something
I'm sure.
along the lines of like, Arielle's the worst person in the world. She's so mean
I was
to
probably
me.
just like annoyed because you were being like, I thought you were overreacting, and you thought I was overreacting.
But after you called your mom, everything was fine.
Yeah.
And we all went to bed happy that night.
That's the thing. See, that we get annoyed. I call my mom, and it's all good.
And I admit that I went overboard, so that's good. But it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Words can hurt, YouTube. Words can hurt.
Yeah.
You love each other.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Do you spend more or less time together when you live together? When we live together, we spend more time in each other's presence.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's necessarily quality time. It's mostly Jill and I sitting on our respective computers.
Yeah, doing work or watching YouTube videos or whatever's on TV.
Computer-like things.
Now that we're doing this, we're like forced to see each other at least once a week.
Yeah, we see each other all the time now, which is nice. In a way. Until like we've been together for more than 15 minutes, and then I'm just Jill. No, actually, I'm not like that.
No. Thanks for watching. We hope you liked our 4th video. We need you now. Well, we don't need you, but we would really like for you to like the video, give it a thumbs up, add it to your favorites.
Add it to both your favorites and your favorites.
Yes. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe. Yeah. You can see all of that in the end slate and click the annotations.
Do all of the things.
This video is just like, Kara's here, so just talk about all the things that she did when she lived with us.
Kara's the best roommate.